Alright, if you're new here, this is part of a video series of us rebuilding our Cat D4D bulldozer. So we're making one working bulldozer out of two broken bulldozers. Last episode we pulled the blown up engine out of this machine, and now we're getting ready to replace it with the engine that we rebuilt that came out of the other machine. So first thing we gotta do is take a look at the injection pump, and we gotta decide which one we want to use on the rebuilt engine. So here we're looking at the injection pump off the rebuilt engine. Alright, so Tom's got the injection pump apart. This is a lift pump, and it does not turn. At least not easy. I mean, we did turn it before. We were using an impact to turn it. Not on him, you know. We were just spinning it with the motor. And it spun. But, I don't know how well you can see in there, but it is extremely crusty. So I think we're going to try to use the injection pump off the blown up motor that we just pulled out instead. Okay, so I took the sediment bowl that goes right there off of this injection pump. And it looks pretty clean. So we might just roll with that other injection pump if we can verify that it's good. We're probably going to set it up on the bench and bench test it and make sure it doesn't leak. You got waste oil someplace?
Autos only take 5 gallons at a time. And the last time I was there, they were unhappy with me because they asked me if it's in only engine oil. And I said, sure. And he took it back and he's like, this is like half full of sludge.
So what?
How was I supposed to know that?
I would tell him what came out of the engine.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's basically what I don't know. It's one thing. I mean, it's understandably.
That is extremely clean. There's nothing even in this sediment bowl, I don't think. I'm gonna wipe it out with a rag, but.
Get the axle stuff off. The hill.
There's literally nothing. This is extremely clean. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this injection pump off. I thought it was a 9/16.
Most of that stuff is still
All these studs are coming out the wrong way. Probably gonna want to clean them up and Loctite the other end. I think the last person in here did not do this way, and they were very happy with silicone. I don't understand why people put so much silicone on everything.
It's a leak.
Yeah.
Put some more on.
That shouldn't be the only thing.
I mean, look at that's just way too much.
The problem is if it oozes in, it plugs up your oil pump.
Yeah.
Put it back to
Even if you work it.
then round the clock. Aluminum oil too, whatever.
Can we even get this nut off without the impact? Oh wait, do I need to take that off?
No.
I need to take these bolts off though, right?
Yes. Yeah, those 4 bolts.
Okay, so I just bent that tab over for no reason. I got all the locking tabs off of there's 4 bolts. This bolt doesn't, or this nut does not have to come off this shaft. So I folded over that lock for no reason. It's just these 4 bolts that hold the injection pump on. And then this shaft pulls out of the injection pump when you take the injection pump off. And it will stay with the machine. And the gear stays on the shaft in the housing. I don't know how you get this locking tab back in there. So what do you mean I gotta snake it in from behind?
The 2 locking tabs?
Yeah.
They should be able to get out through that. Yeah.
Out through what?
These holes. You just grab a needle nose and
Can you grab me a needle nose before I drop this?
Yeah, just hold it.
Click them. They ain't gonna lock. Maybe.
Yeah. Stuff like that, that's the concern.
If they're gonna rattle.
The other thing that they're nice for is they remind you to tighten up your. You know, if you see it fold the lock, if you fold it over, you know you can fit on that bolt fit.
I gotta take these wires off.
The same and then more.
Okay.
Like a little less, like still working on imaging equipment, but a little bit more other stuff in the hospital, networking type things too.
John, you know what too many Melonhead works for?
I don't know the name of it.
Yeah. He'd also buy them, that guy.
Cool.
He works for a company that does maintenance on machines.
Sanitizers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's this?
What's what?
What you're...
It's just a power bus bar. I gotta disconnect the wires because they're snaked through the pump. Also, this one's trash and needs to be replaced, and that's a glow plug. So
I'll get you.
So it is starter on the bottom, glow plugs on the top. The order is red on the bottom, white here, and this is glow plugs, which I think was the purple on this side. And nothing was connected to here on either engine. So I think we can steal that and use it for the lights. That wire's toast. I think, isn't the glow plug rail good on the other one?
I think so.
The wire on this one's like fried. So
These ones all look good.
yeah, we could use that one instead. All right, I got the front bolts off of this. I gotta take the injector lines off. And then there's two mount bolts on the bottom of the pump, and then the pump should come off. Loosen both ends so I can swing them out of the way. These spray everything on the entire machine paint jobs are pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Makes it hard to get a wrench on anything. You want to wrench it? Go for it.
All right. Oh, that was the easiest one.
Yeah. Okay, there's two bolts down there and a ground wire that has to come off of here. All right, there's two bolts, one there and one there, and I think that's it holding this pump on. So, and I apparently don't have the right size. Thought this was 19. It's an 18. You got a 3/4 socket lying around?
Years ago? That's the one with the blow wires you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, that.
You should have, I wish I would have, before I scrapped all these walkers.
Actually, the motor on it, dude, it goes real flat, real even, really dump out oil. So, and I kind of tell too is.
That's reasonable. You can take that apart.
What are you doing, Chubb? Do you want to help me lift this injection pump?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It'd be a lot easier to
No.
work on that just for the size. I think the starter generator on it is fried too. I gotta get one of those.
I think it's kind of heavy, ain't it?
Did you take all the drain lines and stuff off?
What drain lines?
There's drains that come off of the,
Okay, we gotta do that.
they're like
Never mind.
False alarm.
there's one here,
One here.
there's a bunch,
This?
there's 3 of them total.
So I was just about to lift this off of here, then Tom said, don't do that, you're gonna break all the drip lines. So we gotta, there's 3 drip lines on here. They have to come off. Probably don't need a line wrench for this. It's actually making it more difficult than it could be. So is the fact that we put this engine right next to the mill.
You can spin the table over.
There's another line right here. I think it's the same size as the one, not that one, the drip line. Follow the drip line up.
Oh.
It goes to the back. I think that top line does not need to be taken off, right?
Nope.
It just wraps around.
I can't even see what you're taking off on me. So there's one drip line that Tom's taking off there. It goes, it continues to right here. There's 2 lines right here. So there's one drip line under there. And then I already took off, disconnected that drip line. So one's fuel probably, and one's different fuel, or is the other one something else? I don't know. Those might both be fuel. And then the other line that we took off, is the oil supply line. So it connects here to the block, and then it wraps around with this tube. It wraps around to that box, which I'll show you in a second. It connects right there, and then wraps around this on the block and connects to here. And the other side of this goes up to the fuel pressure gauge. No, sorry, not fuel. The oil pressure gauge. I don't think this thing has fuel pressure gauge. Have to come all the way off?
Yeah, we gotta move the whole pump back. Those ones might be able to stay on. These 2 can't because they're hooked. Spit them and put it back on.
Okay. Should be disconnected.
Four bolts came out of here.
4 bolts came out of the front.
I would get a bar and
You get it or not?
go like right against the
There you go. I think, can we even get it off without spinning?
Yeah, it should spin.
The pump will spin, you mean? Internally?
We're almost there.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay. No idea. You got a little grease to put in here?
Yeah. You got stuff out of the grease guns.
How did this work previously?
Just keep it level-ish.
It unlocked
like it.
Problem is that the flange is thicker over there. We just put a piece of cardboard in there as a, or you know, aluminum soft jaws too would get a little better.
Alright, we're gonna see what the fuel filter looks like.
We got this.
Is it gonna go straight down or does it shoot out?
Not sure. Fuel looks real clean.
That's what I said. I think this pump is clean.
Yeah. This is what we want to see. The other one definitely had water in it because the paper on the pump was moldy and deteriorating.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know what's going on with the airlock in there. Maybe if I break the top loose. That's the first studs on the entire machine that came out the way I wanted them to. There's the nut.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's what I thought as soon as I got air. Hopefully. Is that dirty fuel?
Stuff that was in the bucket, yeah. This is what came out of the other pump.
Surprised that it's not purple.
Yeah, they used on-road diesel. Or, yeah, something.
Or maybe do they use different colors in different places? This one was, I don't even know where this machine's from originally.
Yeah.
I think diesel's just clear yellow.
Well, off-road diesel,
And
red.
off-road they add red dye.
Yeah.
I'm saying everywhere in the country?
Yeah.
Or do they use
Yeah, it's
different
Federal
colors?
Flex.
No places where they don't have it?
Well, yeah, if you gotta drive an extra however many miles to get off-road diesel, it's cheaper just to buy it from the local place.
Yeah, but if you're,
Well, buy the regular yellow stuff.
Yeah.
colored,
Well, the yellow stuff is home heating oil number 2. You can just buy that. And that's yellow and it burns the same.
careful, these bolts are rusty. Yeah, that looks clean.
Looks just like our other filter.
Huh?
This filter looks like that one. The other one was a,
The new one, you mean?
yeah.
I thought you were saying it looked like the one on the bad one. I'm like, really?
No, the bad one, like I said, it had a paper stuff. This one's, all right. Whatever the filter was, and the other one was an aftermarket thing, or
Or somebody's old documents.
yeah. Well, no, it was a perforated. It was like supposed to be there, the paper, but I don't know if it was a cat filter. It is the old one.
I'd say that one looks a little bit better.
This is the new one. New style.
It's a new, yeah. The new one's the same style as the cat one we got on there. I wonder if this is like a super old.
That's what I was thinking.
They haven't changed. They didn't change the filter ever.
So the thing, this here is the clean
Yeah.
filter, or the clean oil.
Fuel.
So that looks good.
This lift pump, maybe they're just really tight. You know?
Yeah, I mean there is a spring in here that preloads both the seals in the conical seats.
Yeah.
Squeeze down the shaft, so maybe they're supposed to be that tight.
I mean, this is the other end of the shaft.
Maybe that's for attack. That's what it looks like. This looks like an old tack sort of thing. That's probably a square drive for a tachometer.
Oh.
May as well just pull that hour meter right off. Those 2 bolts, 1/2-inch bolts. Pull that off and we can see if it spins freely, works.
It doesn't even look like there's a gasket. Is there?
There is. Oh wait, no, there's that seal. So it shouldn't need a gasket.
That's good because I don't think it has one. Alright, I can turn the shaft with this screwdriver. I can turn this lift pump shaft, and then hopefully I can get the other shaft lined up. Alright, there we go. Alright, shaft's in there. Now we gotta figure out something for a plate to bolt it in there with. Last time we used a plate there is a plate that goes on here. This sits on the front case of the engine here. There's a plate on the inside. And we used that last time, but that plate is stuck inside the front cover of the other engine now. And we're not taking that front cover off, so we can't get to it. So we need to make up a plate basically to go on this surface. Yeah, a plate will go here. Those bolts, and that'll hold this bearing in. And that way when we turn this shaft, it won't walk out.
Tom ended up pulling the plate off the other injection pump and just using that one.
They were all sprayed?
Yep.
Let's see how covered the camera gets in diesel from this.
That'll look good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be inhaling.
Alright, so that pump's probably good.
Alright, now we have to pull the crank pulley and the front motor mount off the old engine and put it on the new engine.
We're going to use that balancer on the other one?
Yeah, whatever one. Probably the other one, because it came off that crank snout. You know what I mean?
So that matches.
Yeah. We get it up under tension, and then we just gotta probably tap the, it's on a taper.
Oops, we might have got it.
Yeah, I think the bolt just kind of moved.
Probably one of the heads of the carriage bolt slipped.
Yeah.
There it goes. You can probably take the
Yeah, you can take the nuts off.
nuts all the way off. And
Now I probably need that big bar to get this thing off.
hey, we gotta take them bolts apart. I got no idea.
Yeah, me neither. The other one, like I said, the other one was pretty busted. Oh, well. I mean, it's not a balancer then, it's just a pulley.
Well, it's got holes.
I mean, there's a keyway in the crank snout. There's no keyway in it.
Nope. You can tell where it was though.
I mean, it might just be neutrally balanced.
You mean this is balanced?
Yeah, it's just balanced neutral instead of being offset.
Yeah. Okay. Probably you're right. It's probably that thing's balanced and the crankshaft's balanced, so they're both balanced.
Yep. The only thing that's doing the offset is the actual shafts, balance shafts. afraid to pry against that cover. I've been trying to pry against
Bolts?
bolts. Or something near a bolt. Pump in there. Almost there. No idea. Well, bolts hold that plate on.
So you probably put the rubber on and then you... It'd be nice to get a new piece of rubber.
Yeah, I actually have a piece that's probably just like that.
All right, here we are putting on the clutch. I think they are a little high.
Yeah. Yeah, and I probably gotta turn the flywheel a little bit. Get the bolts to come up.
Then, see, then you gotta turn...
Does that feel like it's starting to engage?
There you go.
Now once it just falls in, then just turn it until I get those holes.
You're lined up on the both holes.
I am.
Yeah.
Dumb luck. Well, maybe not. Maybe they go. I don't know where the bolts for that is.
All right, so we got all the bolts put in the clutch off camera.
So this thing's almost ready, right? Oh, we gotta get the front end together. There's this rubber isolator here that goes between this ring. So this thing and that ring and this rubber is supposed to all be one piece. So if you buy a replacement, that's what you get. You get this thing, that, and that. But we're gonna try to just stuff it back on here, hopefully. I don't know. Fits loose. Not tight on there. So. Alright, the engine's mostly together. Tom's just putting on the front engine mount. There's a piece of rubber you just put on. You know, he's sliding on the mount that goes around the rubber. Or I guess he's sliding it on with the rubber.
Yeah.
Rubber's right, that piece. You think it would be easier to put the rubber on first and then?
I don't know. I mean, it's not easy either way. The problem is that the rubber is...
You're sticking out right here.
Yeah, watch your fingers. You gotta... I'll show you. Stop. The rubber is bigger than this. So it doesn't even fit in there. Go ahead and make it go down.
You gotta lift it up a little bit.
Try it.
Sometimes you gotta press the button. You need anything?
No. I think it's just, you just gotta slowly work it on.
You think you gotta pull the this out and then push it back in with the rubber at the same time?
The surface on this is much smoother than the surface on this thing. So I gotta just keep working. And I think just a rubber mallet and a screwdriver, I can slowly get it on there.
Hopefully we're never pulling an engine out of one of these bulldozers again, but if we ever do, just take your crossbar off. I don't know why it doesn't say that in the book.
Yeah.
Push on?
It's not, it's
No, push while you're pulling out so it doesn't...
this is not easy. It's not, but it's extruding itself out.
Did you hear Charlotte said the emergency vet today? You could drive all these cars someday. We'll probably still have them.
I don't think this is gonna go in.
Who's now?
There's that other one.
Is that
This
the
one?
loose piece of rubber?
If you put it on there, are you sure it's too small with it on there?
I mean, it's not super. It's like a 1/16th.
Okay.
Or an eighth of an inch.
That's... I think we need something else to go... Do you have more of that material?
Yeah.
Can you make two of them?
No, that's too thick.
Alright, Tom swapped out that old piece for newer rubber. And he put in a couple pieces. Should work. Alright, Tom got that isolator thing on down there.
And also the crank pulley.
We decided that we're going to put the water pump on now and try to put it in the machine with the water pump already on. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to work, but it's going to be a lot easier than putting the water pump on after the fact. Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drive on it.
What is that? Hope it's not important.
We can snake it through this gap. To get over that gap we put in.
That's it for me.
Okay.
Unless we move that welding part.
Here, just spin it.
Let me move this welding part. We the back end in towards you, or the front?
Whatever.
Just gotta go up below. Hold it underneath the crack. There we go. I think that's enough.
Your front is hitting right there. There you go.
You're hooked around this side.
Hold that arm. You gotta wait a minute. You got this thing. I don't know if I can get this up. Can we go down some now?
You gotta go back.
Because we gotta go fighting this thing. Oh, yeah.
We'll have to take the fan back off.
Can you take a fender off?
No. Fenders are kind of their monuments.
Fenders are attached to everything else.
Oh, we can't drop down?
No.
We can drop down, but remember we're going to hit the fan is too long. It's going to hit these things. The only way we might be able to do it is we tip the engine sideways. You know, we pick up on one side, get it in, and then snake it in. I don't know if that's possible or not.
If we don't have the fan,
We just take the fan back off. It wasn't really that hard to get on.
but the fan isn't the problem.
Yeah, because the fan
Yeah, take the-
sticks out 4 inches, 6 inches, which is enough to get those blocks in. Just give me a 9/16 over there. Fan back off.
Yeah, but we can't get it, the fan. We know that we can't put the fan back on.
We just got to
Is there a 9/16 over here?
You
get
got.
that grill out of the way. What we're gonna have to do.
You can't put the fan back on in here. There's not enough space here to get the fan ahead to put it back on here.
I think once we get the blocks in, we can slide it back far enough.
I don't think, no, because we tried to slide it back to get the fan out.
I
We
think
couldn't
we
get
can-
it out.
I think we can do it.
I'm positive that we can't. I just edited the video of us trying to get the thing out. It's not gonna happen. You have
So
to, you have to unbolt the fan and unbolt the water pump and just have them sitting in here. Then you can lower it in and then bolt everything back together.
Oh, yeah, we can unbolt the water pump here.
That's what you have to,
9/16.
that's how we got it out.
Oh,
There's 2 of them over there.
That's probably the only way we're getting it back
Here, and
in.
there's 2 on your side too.
So we're trying to lower the engine down in, but you can't, pretty much you can't. On the side here, this is the motor mount here. It's got to slide down past this bar, which is welded onto the fender. So that bar is welded onto the fender. It mounts down there. The motor mount mounts down there, so it's got to come past this. This plate's for the dash, but you can't get it past there. So we can't lower it down. You can't take the fender off because it's part of everything back here. We'd have to take all this off.
I have one right there.
We can't just back up the motor because this thing runs into that stuff.
I'm coming out with my fingers right now.
So this can't come to the back of here to go down and slide forward. And it can't go forward because it hits the radiator. So there's really nothing we can do. The only way that it's going in is the same way we took it out, is the water pump has to not be on, and then we have to lower it in, and then we have to put the water pump on.
Nice to have a strap on it. So we gotta roll ahead a little.
Yeah.
We gotta hit this thing.
Wait.
You can only go so far because you can't get the police side. The side is great.
Well, pulley's gotta be behind it, right?
Is that right?
No, pulley's got to be,
Oh,
behind it. Yeah, not in it.
No, it gotta be. No, behind it. Yeah. Yeah.
So where
It's
are
got to
we?
be to the rear of it.
Oh, so we're
Yeah,
right here. We can come down.
It's gonna be back. I'm just.
In between the fenders, it's all right.
I'm hitting. My arm thing is hitting
What's it hitting?
that where it mounts.
Yeah, I don't think I think we have to lift up the front of this whole. You either gotta lift up the front of the machine or you gotta lower the front of the engine. Should we just put a jack under the front of the machine? I think this was on a jack when we took the motor out, and then we just took the jack out.
Okay. Where's the red jack? Is it here?
Curb it up higher.
You can see how big the water pump and the fan was.
He's got to get that on.
That was mounted here and it didn't fit, but now we got it off. We slid it forward. We're just barely clearing this grate now in the front. That's got to be underneath. The grate's for the fan. So he's hitting right here. This bar is hitting the motor mount. So we have to lift the frame up so that the motor is level with the frame, and then everything should
Rub it on
come in.
pulley a little bit.
There's a bolt on the guard that we were on. And we gotta go back. See that thing on the bottom?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're hitting.
You'll be all right now.
You're clear here.
Gotta go back now?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go back. We'll clear the tab.
You're
a little bit crooked.
Yeah. It needs to be lined up enough where the fan's not going to be in the way. Just leave it, let it sit down. We can bring the engine down to leave it. Once you crash the radiator.
Can't go back too far anyway because you get away from this flame.
Okay, are you close on your mounting?
3, 2 inches yet.
Okay.
We're on the back. Let's get we can do this now.
This ain't a bolt you're looking for, is it?
Probably.
I got a nut too. I don't know if it's related. You never unbolted the fan, right?
Nothing up there, no.
But,
Oh, this one, no.
yeah. Get a wobble extension on that?
I don't know where my extension is.
You gotta do it in the front first.
Now you can come down with the engine hoist. Run it. Yeah, the whole barrel, the whole thing's gotta rotate.
Yeah. I gotta take Frank home.
Okay.
Get your bolt in good, and then I can turn it off to you. Is it gonna be good there, or?
Can't really tell if it's gotta go up or down.
If you have a long drift, you can put it in the other hole.
Screwdriver.
The other one's gotta come up.
I know, but
You need a drift over there.
There you go. Got mine in.
got this one. Can you get me a brass hammer or something?
Should just be able to shake it.
I can't really. It's in. It'll go. It just needs a tap. Here. Is that the way that these went in? The washer went on the nut side, right?
Yeah, the washer's on that side.
Is that my hammer?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking for it at home. I couldn't find it. I kept hearing it. I was like,
Push
that
that
looks like my hammer.
Push the pull.
He likes to be called Frank. Frank? That's his real name.
Greg likes to call him Frank.
He looks
I
like
don't
a.
think he'll ever know his name because that will probably talk about that.
He looks like a Frank. Yeah, Bridget's there with Tess too.
Oh.
Hey,
Grab it one time. Put your, just put your foot there, Tom, just so it doesn't scroll.
All right, so we got the engine in, got all the motor mounts in. There's 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there, 1 bolt here coming up from the bottom, and 1 on the other side just like that. And we got the crossbars in, they're bolted on both sides. There's quite a bit more to do on the motor right now. So, exhaust manifold's not actually on, it's just sitting here. We have to do various things with the water lines, get everything hooked up. There's spots like here, this is where a block-off plate needs to go. Got to put on the lift pump, got to put on the injectors. Injector lines come out of here. And then go to these cups here are where the injectors get installed. Got to do that. Starter, etc. There's a ton of stuff to do. Got to get the dash on. Still got hydraulic lines to hook up and everything, but that can't go on until the dash is on. So anyway, the engine's in and it's bolted down. There's a lot more work to do, but that'll be for the next video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.